Just look at that. Oh my gosh. Yes, you are here for that alkaline fried chicken recipe. And yes, I said it, alkaline fried chicken in the same recipe, but no chicken involved. Nothing is murdered. Please understand, your stomach is gonna be feeling real good after. You don't gotta have the runs. And your taste buds is gonna be jumping. Share this recipe with your friends that still eat meat and let them know ain't no suffering on this side. We are enjoying. Now let's get to this recipe. Really easy, really simple. First and foremost, I'm gonna go over with you guys the ingredients that we have today. We have rye flour. I typically use Spelt Flour, but today we have rye flour. Rye flour, Spelt Flour, hold things together just fine. So either one is good, but I do prefer Spelt Flour, but I mean, rye flour is what we have today. Grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is great because it's alkaline. It also, like, once it's heated past certain temperatures, it doesn't become carcinogenic in nature, and what it's comprised of doesn't become carcinogenic in nature after certain temperatures. So it's really important that you use a grapeseed oil or avocado oil or sesame oil, like any approved oil, of course. I have a whole video on that. Link to that video will be in the description below. Himalayan Sea Salt. Himalayan Sea Salt is extremely important. Has all your 98 essential trace minerals. You have your cumin. Cumin adds that little like pizzazz, that taste to it, that niceness to it. You have ginger. Ginger adds that little taste to it as well. That just makes it just amazing. Then you got your savory. As you could tell, I use a lot of savory, because savory is just, oh my gosh, savory is just popping. And then you have cayenne pepper, because that little bit of spice actually does go a long way. I don't typically use a lot, but that little bit of spice definitely goes a long way, especially when like you're frying foods and you want it to taste like the chicken that you know and love and you always grew up with. Other than that, we got your portobello mushrooms, big boy portobello mushrooms. We got a whole bowl of them here. These are them broken up a little bit. So what I started actually doing to save some time is actually like breaking them up. Like what I'll do is I'll take out the stem and then I'll take them and break them up into smaller pieces, and then like these smaller pieces into smaller pieces, so that like it's just easier when we're going through the whole process of like putting the liquid and the flour and everything on them and seasoning everything and frying them. It just holds everything together better when they're like broken up into smaller pieces. And lastly, you have your milk. Today we have walnut milk, homemade walnut milk. Coconut milk is also approved that you could use as well. Hemp milk is also approved that you could use as well. There's store-bought options, like worst case scenario, almond milk. But just understand that you want your alkaline approved everything so that you are getting the benefits of it all. I think that's everything here. Let's get to this recipe. So first, I'm actually gonna transfer these mushrooms right here into another bowl, because I need two bowls for seasoning, one for the liquid and one for the dry. And now that we have two bowls, we're gonna put our dry ingredients into one bowl. We got our flour in here. Now we're gonna put our milk. So our milk, and then what we wanna do is we wanna season the two of these. So you can season them similarly. I like to season them one at a time. Bit of savory, bit of cayenne, bit of cumin. And the only one that I don't put in the dry ingredients is the ginger, but I always experiment, I guess. What I also do is you want to add a little bit of flour into the milk. It helps like attach everything together really nicely. Similar seasonings in both of them. And then you just want to like mix that together until you get like a certain type of consistency. You want it to be a bit pasty. Get all like the flour knots out. After we get all the knots out of the liquid and we got this taste in the way we want to, and we season the flour, got everything like seasoned the way we would want to, then we start going through the process of dipping the mushroom. What I like to do is like put in a couple at a time to just help save time. And what you guys want to do is just consistently be going through this process. Like you're going to be consistently, depending on how many mushrooms you have, you're going to be consistently going through this process. So I have a lot of mushrooms here today, so we're going to just like power through this. but like get them all drenched in there. Dump them into flour. I like to get a bowl that has a little bit of height to it so that I can just shake it up. Shake it, 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 shake it. Yeah, so typically I have a partner in crime helping me out. That might change soon. She might show up. So if she does, then like I'll show you guys how to work in tandem. Someone would be like dipping and flouring while someone else is frying, and then it's just like pew 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 pew. Everything's happening super fast. You feel me? But right now, I'm showing you the solo way as we cut back to the speed and do this. As you can see, guys, this plate is now full, so I'm gonna now get our oil going so we can start frying them, so that we start moving this locomotive in action. So just put the grapeseed oil down. So now I'm going to start frying them. I feel like after you start frying them, you start to get a really good grip on what they taste like, and then you can make any alterations so that like for all the future mushrooms, you can get the taste that you desire. So this is like a work in progress type of thing always, because you just want to make sure that you get the taste that you want, and at the same time, you're still like being productive with the whole movement. But this is the workflow of life. You're winning. Nothing is dying. Nothing is dead here. Everything's alive. Let's get to it. Do you hear that? That is the sound of good food that isn't dead. Oh my gosh. It's alive. Ladies and gentlemen, it is alive. And it is tasty. Tasty. So you see them all like browned on the other side. So now I'm gonna start flipping them. You wanna flip them. You gotta flip them. And as you can see, they already looking like little chickies. Little chickies, but they not dead. Oh my gosh. It's alive! Now you're seeing all these that are like brownish, like that perfect brown color. We are then scooping them up carefully so that the bread stays on. And we have the paper towel ready to capture all of the excess oils. You guys are seeing it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Once it gets a little cool, I'll taste one, and then I'll decide if we need to add more seasoning to the batter or not. But they're just looking so scrumptious already, smelling so good. Oh my. Bow! There you got it, guys. Your alkaline fried chicken. Bernie mentioned it earlier. It's an absolutely amazing soy replacement. I actually used to get like veggie burgers that have like soy products in it, and then even the ones that don't have soy products in it have all the different proteins that are just not alkaline in it. So I mean, this is the easiest replacement that is so tasty, so tasty. You can eat it with just about anything. I eat it with, make it a sandwich, like whether it's a flatbread, a burger, whatever. Like just this right here is just the tastiness that can go into just about anything. So feel free to add this into your diet. Let me know in the comment section below if you tried this out, and please share this with your friends that are borderline trying to be alkaline, when they're just like, oh my gosh, everything's just so boring. This right here is not boring. And I hope that you guys learned something new today. I hope that you guys go forth and use this recipe, and please feel free to check out all the other recipes on the channel. More recipes coming soon, and absolutely love you guys for sticking around for this long. Just look at that right
Stay
there.
well.
Oh my goodness, look at that right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, look at that right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at that right there. Then we chop the peppers. Normally we would chop up peppers in there. So it's the peppers and onions, and then the season all marinate and go crazy. Then you put the squash in last, because you still want the squash to stay fresh. You don't want it to be cooked. You don't want it to be cooked too much. You want it to be fresh so that when you're eating it, you're eating fresh vegetable and you're getting the nutrients for the most part. And then